Hey everyone! So in my last video, I showed you how I pack my carry-on when I travel. Well, I just came back from that trip last night, and thankfully I have an entire Sunday to settle in and reset. Today, I'll take you along with me and show you the little things I do to get my life together. Upon waking up, the first thing I do is grab some water and sit down to journal. I do this practice called morning pages, where I write 3 pages of stream of consciousness writing. This is where I brain dump everything that's in my mind onto paper so that afterwards my mind feels more clear, organized, and at peace. After journaling, I reach for my Artist of Life workbook to fill out my habit tracker, checking off morning pages and then meditating, which I plan to do next. Then I start my meditation timer and close my eyes while taking a deep breath. I always start my meditations with gratitude, and then I begin to become aware of my breath, my thoughts, and the quiet gaps in between. I usually meditate for about 20 minutes, so it's a habit that I'm trying to do every day. After that, I give my plant a little mist. My fiddly fig likes humidity, so in the dry summer, I try to mist it every day. Hey, plant care is self-care too, okay? Then I throw on a Spotify playlist to get my mood up for some cleaning. The first step is to tidy up the place. So whenever we get busy, things get neglected and our apartment gets out of control. So here I'm just decluttering the counter, putting everything back in its home or back where it should belong. Here, I'm just clearing off the dish rack, putting everything back in its place, and then cleaning up the area around it. Question, do you guys hand wash your dishes or do you use the dishwashing machine? Comment below because I'm curious what's the ratio. I hand wash my dishes because I never really learned how to use a dishwasher, and it's just the 2 of us, so I don't feel like it's necessary. Anyway, we had some overripe bananas, so what I usually do with those is cut them up and freeze them for smoothies. That's how I make the most of my bananas before they go bad. It's a tip that literally changed my life because it's so useful and you're not wasting any food. This old bouquet of flowers was so dried up, it had to go. I left this out for way too long, so it was time to clean that up too. Then I realized I ran out of my DIY cleaning spray, so I thought I'd share with you guys how I make it. So first, you need some Castile soap, about 1 to 2 tablespoons, okay? I actually put too much here. I was thinking of the hand soap recipe, which requires you to fill the Castile soap 1/3 of the bottle, but that was wrong. I realized this later, so 1 to 2 tablespoons, okay? Then add 8 drops of lavender essential oil and 8 drops of rosemary essential oil. You also add 5 drops of grapefruit, but I think I was out, so you can skip that or whatever. Mix the oil with the soap and then fill the bottle up with distilled water. Oops. Yeah, a little too much, but let's forget I did that. And there you have it, my DIY cleaning spray. Now we can get back to our cleaning routine. So just wiping down all the surfaces here with my new DIY cleaning spray. And I do this cleaning routine maybe once a week or so. I like to keep the countertops clean. And then I also take the time to wipe down our coffee table as well as the side table that we have. Lastly, I wipe down the stovetop, which is probably like the dirtiest area of our home. There's always food gunk around there and it gets really tough, so I need some extra cleaning spray around here. So I use the same microfiber cloth. By now, it's pretty dirty. That's why I saved the dirtiest for last so that when I'm done, I could just throw this microfiber cloth into the wash and reuse it for future cleaning purposes. By the way, let me show you this tray of random things my boyfriend leaves around the apartment, like all those golf tees and just very, very random things. So I designated this tray for him because I hate when he leaves things all over the counter or drops things all over the floor. So I told him that this is the home for his stuff if he needs to empty out his pockets or anything. Most of the time, I'm finding things on the floors and putting them in this tray. So who knows what's gonna happen. It's just a place to collect, like lost and found. Alright, now it's time to unpack from my trip. I've learned from past experience that the sooner I unpack, the quicker I'll feel on top of things and productive again. Leaving my suitcase out for days or even weeks really drags things on. So the way I unpack is to unpack things by where they belong. Dirty clothes go in the hamper, makeup and hair stuff go by my vanity, and tech gear goes in my closet. Using the cleaning spray, I'm giving my suitcase a wipe down because you don't know how dirty your luggage is after traveling. So I focus on the handles, and this was the first time I actually tried to wipe down the wheels because they get pretty dirty, I'm sure. Okay, now let's take care of this nail situation here. I broke my nail during my trip, and you know how annoying that can be. I've been dying to get it fixed. So after cleaning, I decided to take a break and get my nails done, which was so nice actually. Done! Oh my gosh, how refreshing it is to have new nails again. It feels so good. I love the feeling. I didn't get to film how our garlic drawer was a mess. We had to vacuum up all the garlic peels and everything, but I made this little tray from a box lid and lined it with a bag so that now our garlic, ginger, and shallots have a tidy little home. It's really little things like this that bring me so much joy. After that, I went to my computer to offload and organize footage for my trip and the next couple videos that I'm working on. It's really important for me to keep my digital folders organized too. Then I'm just looking through my to-do list and reorganizing my tasks for the next week. Later on, Wilson asked me to work out with him, so we went to the gym for an afternoon workout. We did 20 minutes on the bicycle to warm up, and then I continued on the treadmill for 30 minutes, basically watching Will Smith YouTube videos the whole time. After my workout, I did some stretching, which is quite honestly my favorite part of any workout. I basically love to stretch and I don't like to work out, so I'd rather stretch all day. I wish you could get skinny from stretching, honestly. Then I took a shower and it just felt so relaxing, especially after working out. Now we're taking out the trash before heading out to dinner. This is low-key a really important way to reset our space. I don't know about you, but I always feel brand new after we have no trash in our apartment. After dinner, I spent some time at my desk again, reflecting with my Artist of Life workbook, just checking off the positive habits that I did today in my habit tracker. The new month and quarter had just begun, so I'm taking time to set my quarterly goals and plan out my projects for the next 3 months. I also take this time to reflect on the past quarter, how I did on those goals, and how I can prioritize moving forward. I love having a space to keep track of my life on a monthly and quarterly basis. I feel like having a practice of consistent reflection and adjustment is how I stay focused on the right things. After that, I basically call it a night. I hope you enjoyed following along with my reset day today. Comment below with your favorite ways to reset your life. I'd love some new ideas. Love you all so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye.